welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be something a bit different. I'm going to talk about fibroids and what to expect after surgery. So I'm not going to bore you with the different type of fibroids out there. The main thing to know is the fibroids that grow within the womb itself and outside the womb. So on the lining of the womb. Mine was on the lining of the womb, so not inside the womb itself. So I didn't have a kind of fibroid that would affect child, like, you know, conceiving basically, which I was quite happy about. But nonetheless, it still posed stress to my body. It made my period heavy. It made me tired. It made me anemic. It changed the shape of my stomach, and it made me bloated all the time. So all those things were stressful, and I had excruciating painful periods. So those things were enough for me to say, look, it needs to go. Yeah, I was always fatigued prior to my period and after my period, and I lost a lot of blood. I was having heavy bleeding. And anyone who has fibroids will know that you have bleeding, you might have some clots, and you can have a lot of blood clots, and they're not cute at all. So that was my issue. The only reason I actually found out I had fibroids was because I remember working in my old place of work. I was tired, fatigued. So I went to an internal GP and complained, and they asked me to go home. But my manager then wasn't very understanding of my situation. She just said I should drink Red Bull and take magnesium. I was like, wow, I'm literally tired and you're asking me to just take Red Bull? Okay. So I decided to go to my GP and complain. First person that I saw was a man, dismissed my issue, told me to take painkillers and that bodies change, and you know, that was that. I wasn't satisfied with that because I was still tired, still fatigued, still stressed, still having heavy bleeding, still crying because of pain, because the pain was horrendous. I would take ibuprofen plus paracetamol, like maybe 4 ibuprofen and 2 paracetamols at the same time, and that was doing absolutely nothing. So fast forward to maybe a month or 2 later, I went back to GP. I saw a female doctor this time, and she was the person who actually sent me for a scan. And during the scan, the lady discovered that I had fibroids. And of course I asked what does fibroid mean, and she explained what they are. They are non-cancerous growth in the uterus. My one luckily wasn't inside the womb but on the outer lining of the womb. And she had seen 4 fibroids. She's seen 2 4 centimeters and 1 3 centimeters. So anything above 4 centimeters is classed as large, and anything below 4 is classed as small. So I had 2 4 centimeters, 1 3, and I think 1 6 or so centimeters. So it was yeah, I had fibroids. I remember going back to the GP and asking me, what do you want to do? I said, well, I mean, it wasn't straight away. They had prescribed me cocodamol for the pain, tranexamic acid for controlling the blood flow, along with mefenamic acid for pain and anti-inflammatory. And I took that for like a long time. And then I went back to my GP and I said, look, I want to address this. And this time was a male doctor. So he referred me back to the hospital. Hospital said, okay, what do you want to do about this? I said, I want it removed. And bearing in mind, this wasn't all like within weeks or a month or 2. This was like maybe from the first point of finding I had fibroids, this was maybe 7 months down the line. So it wasn't like a straightforward thing, because you have to wait for a hospital appointment, which is like 2 months, 3 months, you know. So let's just say 7 months down the line, I had my gyno appointment, and they discussed my options, and then they told me that based on where my fibroids were, having it removed would be the best course of action. I said, good. Prior to that, I was put on Esmia. So Esmia is a type of medication that reduces the fibroids in your body. The bad thing about Esmia is it can damage your liver, and there have been casualties apparently, as a result of Esmia. And so if you're taking Esmia, you'd have to do blood test prior to starting the medication, and then once the first batch finishes, which is like 28 capsules, you would do another blood test to check your liver, and once everything's fine, you get the second dose. So I started my Esmia, and I felt like it was actually working, but once the first batch was done, COVID came in, and I remember that she stopped Esmia because it's been stopped before, brought back, and then stopped again. So they stopped Esmia, and I was so angry, like, yo, this is not helping me, you know. I just want this to be done. Why is this being stopped? And they said, well, they've called it back now, so we can't give you Esmia anymore. So I was upset. So the next option for them was to put me on birth control pills, but not so birth control pills that have low estrogen. So birth control pills that have pre-estrogen in it. So it's meant to, is it pro-estrogen? How do you pronounce it? Pro-estrogen or pre-estrogen? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it's pre-estrogen. All right. Yes. Okay. So okay. Yes, it's called progestogen. Yeah, progestogen only pill. Progestogen only pill. That's what it's called. So it's meant to counter the amount of estrogen you have in your body. And anyone who has fibroids will know that fibroids is greatly affected by high levels of estrogen in the body. So what this pill does is it reduces the level of estrogen in your body. The only bad thing is that, I mean, it's a birth control pill, so it does the same thing as birth controls, but it doesn't have estrogen inside of it. It for me anyway, my it wasn't great for me. Basically, I felt depressed. I felt very low. If you're in a relationship, you're gonna have very low libido from what people have said. It's 50-50. You have those who think it was great, and then you have those who thought it was the worst thing. And for me, it was the worst thing. I did, I think, 3 weeks of that, and I stopped it straight away because it just wasn't working for me. I felt very low. I felt not myself. It did not make me feel good. Down below, mood swings, no, so I stopped it. Yeah, so during that time, I sort of had to just take painkillers, which I was given cocodamol, and tranexamic acid, along with mefenamic acid to help with the pain and bleeding. Fast forward to, like, I think I was on the waiting list from 2019, August or September, something like that. And then COVID came in 2020, and then I had my surgery in 2021. So I had my surgery June the 4th, 2021, which is like, what, not long ago. It's been 3 weeks now since I've had my surgery, so it took a long time for me to have my surgery. Waiting time for surgery is around, it's around 6 months to 12 months is what I was told. Bearing in mind that I was put on the waiting list from 2019, I think September. I was told that my surgery was meant to be around April 2020. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So I was on the waiting list for 7 months. So it would have taken me 7 months to have my surgery, but due to COVID, took a year plus. But let me just tell you about the surgery and how I'm coping now. So a day before your surgery, you're going to drink something called pre-op. It's meant to hydrate the body and stop you from feeling very hungry. And then you're going to have an enema to flush your insides. Okay, you get a bottle, it has a nozzle, it has liquid inside, you're going to squeeze in your butthole, you're going to lay on your side for about 5 minutes, and then you're going to get the urge to go and poop and do your thing. And that's that. On the day of the surgery, if your surgery is going to be in the afternoon, which is what I had, you're going to not eat anything after 6:30 a.m. You can only have light breakfast, but no eggs. And then you can only drink till about 11 a.m. Not drink alcohol, just like fluid. And then on the day of the surgery, you're going to go, the normal thing's going to happen. You're going to sign your document. You're going to go into the prep room. They're going to lay on the bed. You're going to, oh, I still have my scar. Okay, going to put the needle into you to flush or whatever it is, and then they're gonna dope you and you're gonna be knocked out, and then you're gonna wake up all hopefully free of fibroids. Now, how is the pain level? Pain level is 10. Pain level is a 10. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a 10. I actually went online to check pain levels for myomectomy against a C-section, and everyone who's had a C-section and a myomectomy has said that a myomectomy is more painful than a C-section. Okay, and I also saw online that there are I think top 9 painful surgeries, and myomectomy was number 3. So it's painful. And the reason why it's painful is because, look, they're cutting you open. Okay, they are cutting out muscles that are not meant to be there from your body. Yeah, they're cutting them out and they're sewing that back together and then sewing it back together. So trying to stand up, trying to get out of bed, it's like someone is trying to rip your insides open. I felt like I was gonna die, honestly, not from the surgery but from trying to move. And bearing in mind this COVID is still out there, so nurses are not allowed to touch you or help you get out of bed. It's up to you to get out of bed. Yeah, it was horrendous. Best way to get out of bed, guys, if anyone's gonna have surgery, is use the button, press it to lift the top part of the bed up. Okay, so you're up like this, and then get your feet, don't turn with your whole body, just try and get your feet to move. Yeah. To get to the edge of the bed, and then hold something and try and pull yourself out, because if you do it the wrong way, oh my gosh, the pain was horrendous. But yeah, that was not good. Also, you're gonna have a catheter, I think it's a catheter, right? The thing that actually helps draw urine from your bladder is gonna be in there as well. Okay, bear that in mind. I woke up to see something down between my legs, and I was like, what is this? And it's amazing how the body works, because the bag that the urine goes into got filled out so quickly, and I'm just watching, you know, urine. I know it sounds gross, but that is what's going to happen when you have your operation. But they will take it out, like, I think the second day. So yeah, I think mine was taken at the second day. Now trying to pee on your own, oh my gosh, the pain, the pain, the pain, the pain, the pain. Oh, I cried in the toilet. I cried. That's what I can say. Yeah, you're gonna be given things like morphine, I think. I don't know about everybody else, but I think you're given morphine anyway. I was given morphine, and you can control the amount of dose that you want. Please do ask for an anti-sickness capsule or tablet. I wasn't told that in the hospital, that I can request it, because when you take morphine, it makes you itch like crazy and it makes you feel a bit sickly. I was still itching my body like mad, and nobody told me that I could request this. It was after they had taken away the morphine drip, because you get it's a drip that's attached to your hands over there. It was after they had taken it away, and I said to the nurse, yeah, I was really itchy yesterday, I was really itchy. She's like, oh, why did you ask for the anti-sickness? Did anybody tell me? Did anybody come to me and go, oh, you're on morphine, so you might get itchy, so here is, you can request this? Nobody told me anything. So please do request mention. Prior to my surgery, I was told I had 4 fibroids. 1 8 centimeter, 8.4, 2 4 centimeters, 2 4 centimeters, and 1 3 centimeters. After surgery, I was told that I actually had 6 fibroids. Bearing in mind, I had 2 types of scans. I had the ultrasound scan and I had an MRI scan, and both only picked up 4 fibroids. But during surgery, this was 6. So I'm not sure when the other 2 came, if it came during the time that I was waiting for almost 2 years, or it's always been there, but like it wasn't picked up. The doctor did say to me that sometimes the scans can't pick them up. It's only when you have surgery that they're able to see the ones that are hidden. So just bear that in mind. When you have fibroids, you're going to be very tired, you're going to be anemic, because your fibroids they require blood to grow, right? So it's draining blood from you. So if you're always tired, it's best to take iron supplements to help, you know, to help your tiredness, to help your fatigue in the body, and to help you, to stop you being anemic. I was anemic for so long, obviously now due to the fibroids. Post surgery, I'm gonna say it's been 3 weeks now since my surgery, and I would say it's only in the 3rd week that you start to get really recovered. So first 2 weeks you're gonna still be in pain. Peeing is gonna be a bit difficult for maybe a week or so, but after a week you should get back into the normal routine. Passing wind is going to be difficult again for about a week and a half, so you might have to I mean, when you leave the hospital they will give you laxative, because your bowel movements are going to be messed up. The laxative that they're going to give you, if you don't want to use that, because I was given lactulose and I've noticed that it was breaking me out, so you can take Cosmocol, which is salts instead of sugar, or you can take, I think, IBS medication, because I was using my mom's IBS medication, like, is it Buscopan? No, oh my gosh, not Buscopan. It's a mint, it's like mint oil, basically, mint oil capsules, and I forgot the brand it's called, but it starts with a C O something, and it's an IBS tablet, and when I was taking it, it really helped me. So what I've done is, and it's literally mint oil, so what I've done is I've bought mint oil capsules, which should be arriving in the next few days, and taking that and see how that helps me, because right now it's been 3 weeks and I'm still struggling. It's not cool, it hurts, it's painful. I don't know when it's going to get back to normal, my bowel movement, but I'm struggling, and I think it's like my bowels are not back to normal. So it's very similar to having IBS, and it's not cool. So that is, I don't know, everyone's different, but for me right now, I'm still struggling in that area. Peeing, I'm fine. Walking around, I'm fine. First week, in fact, first week and a half, you will not be able to stand straight. You will be hunched like that the whole time. You won't be able to sleep on your stomach. You won't be able to sleep on your side. You're going to be laying on your back the whole time. What else can I say? Some of you might not be able to pass wind normally, but I think it's just because you've been cut open, you know, down there, your bikini line. So when you're trying to push out, it hurts, and your muscles are still trying to heal, so you can't push out anything. So you're like, nothing's coming out. So if you do take things like turmeric tea, that's really good. Ginger tea, maybe a laxative or a peppermint oil, that will help you make things a lot easier. I think I'm fine for now. I mean, exercising wise, I'm okay. I can't do everything that I used to do, but I'm getting better. You'll need to stretch your abdominal muscles here and there, because what I find is once I sit down for a long time and I stand up, I can feel like my muscles in my around the area that has been operated on contract. They feel very tight, so I have to stretch, you know, for it to kind of ease out. So you're gonna have that a lot. So do remember, when you're sitting there for a long time, if you're in the office or at home, please do stand up and please do stretch. It does help. Try not to do any kind of crazy exercise. You're gonna have post-surgery swelling in your stomach. It's normal, it's natural. It will eventually start to ease out. You might even get like a folding underneath or just above the cut where they've sewn. That's normal. It will eventually ease out. Don't be so eager to start working out straight away. Just allow it to chill and heal. Things you can take to help stop fibroids from coming back are things like garlic. I'm gonna put like a picture of the things you can take to prevent them from coming back or treat them. So I'll put them down there, but I do have like loads and loads of things that I take. Garlic. What is this? Golden seal, Triphala, chasterberry, turmeric, garlic, and black pepper and ginger. I will put a picture of the things you can take to help treat and fight fibroids. Yeah, I mean, that's been my journey with fibroids so far, and it's worth it in the end. Would I advise anyone to have a myomectomy? I would say yeah. Do it. Do it. Get it out of your body, and then treat yourself so it doesn't come back. And that's that. But I will come back in about 3 months time, guys, just to let you know how I'm faring, and if I've had any complications, if I'm able to go to the toilet normally now, because I'm not able to do so without taking some form of laxative. It's still difficult, so I will let you know how that's fared. Recovery time for anyone who has had a myomectomy is 4 to 6 weeks, so I will let you know in about 2 months time if I've recovered completely. So thanks so much for sitting down there and listening to me waffle on about fibroids, but I'm so happy just to get out my body, and I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to eat more fish and less red meat, more veg and things like that. So it's gonna be a struggle, but I will let you know how I'm faring. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you again with a review. Not sure what I'm gonna review, but I will review. So stay tuned, guys. God bless and have a lovely